Yesterday was the one-year anniversary of the derecho storm that hit the Houston area. At least 7 people were killed in that storm, which brought winds up to 100 miles an hour and spawned 4 tornadoes. Fox 26 meteorologist Remeisha Shade looked back at the storm on last night's Live and Local. Take a look.
I was actually working that day, and I was on air for hours talking about this huge line of storms that just exploded. So you can catch all of that on Fox Local, our free streaming app, of course. It is going to talk about basically how a derecho develops, what we experience here in Houston, and basically what type of damage it caused and what were some of the effects, the aftermath, because people had to recover from that several months after that. And like you said, we had fatalities. I was impacted. I remember my power being out for like 2 or 3 days, and I remember driving home that night, just debris everywhere on the roads, tree limbs, complete trees blown down. So it was a mess. But some of the things that I recall from that: we had tornado warnings issued. We actually had 2 EF1 tornadoes in the Cypress area, and we also had an EF1 tornado around Waller County. But we had 80, 90, 100 mile per hour winds roaring across downtown Houston and the Heights area in Houston. Those were the 2 hardest hit areas. So it was incredible. It was super scary for anyone having to drive out in that. Really, even if you were in one of those high-rise buildings in downtown Houston, it was super scary. I saw some video when the windows were being blown out, hundreds of windows blown out. So it was crazy. Here's one interesting thing about the derecho, that event. The National Weather Service actually issued one of their first destructive severe thunderstorm warnings. They actually came up with 3 different severe thunderstorm warning categories, and the destructive terminology, Rashi, is the worst. That's as bad as it can get. So they actually issued a wireless emergency alert. They sent out alerts to everyone's phones, similar to what they would do in a tornado warning.
On Fox Local, in addition to Remeisha's report, we've got a lot of other content looking back at the damage and all of our extensive coverage a year ago. Fox Local is free to download for your smart TV and your phone.